Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome back to another video. All right. Thank you so much for clicking on this particular video. I am doing my November budget. I am recording this video for the fifth time. Yeah, for the fifth time. Anyway, um, this is a little different from me. I'm not used, I don't really show my face too often, and you don't see me doing it on a spreadsheet. I'm usually doing it on pen and paper, but I always talk about how I have a spreadsheet that I look at and that controls my numbers. This spreadsheet I purchased from Tara with Journey to Wisdom and Wealth. I will leave a link to her channel down below in the description box. And yeah, let's get into it. I kind of played around with this and kind of made it my own. I've been playing around with this since October and September. So now we are into November. All right. So let's get into it. For November, what I am expecting to post to my account is $7,171.44. Of this amount, a portion is actually coming in from my October 31st paycheck, which is going to cover some of my November expenses. So let's get into what my expenses are. For first and foremost, I have, oh, wait, housekeeping. I'm so sorry. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking. If you are a current subscriber or someone that actually follows my channel, I really do appreciate you coming back on and clicking to watch this video. All right, let's get into it. My mortgage payment is $1,700 per month. November is paid, so every time that I'm putting money aside for my mortgage is to cover the next month. My electric, which is I'm supposed to be on budget billing. Not sure what happened, but I do know that I have been kicking it down when it's really hot. So my electric is $234.01. I do have a TV streaming service that I pay $29 a month for. I have my cell phone, which is $419.24, that covers 4 phones, 2 watches, as well as international plan on my phone. Because if you are new, I do have a son who is overseas who plays basketball. So I need to be able to communicate with my child, my young man. All right. Internet is 125.22. I do have a pretty high internet as far as the whatever it's called, gigabytes or whatever, because I have a gamer that is at home. So that's that. Apple Family is $40 per month. Peacock. I subscribe to Peacock basically because I love to watch the NBA, and I have a problem with the NBA because I have to watch some games on Peacock, some games on Prime, some games on ESPN. But yes, I do follow basketball quite well. HP Inc. It's usually, if you've been watching, 179 per month. It is 10. Oops. Hopefully that didn't go off really loud. Um, It's $10 per month, and that's because I am changing the way I'm doing my planner for 2026. Instead of going out and purchasing a planner or ordering one online, I am searching the internet, searching Etsy, and trying to find the pages that I want. I actually created my own paycheck budget sheet because like I said, I still do pen and paper. So I'm putting like $10 aside for ink because that means I'm going to be doing a lot of printing. CapCut is $7.99. Canva is $15.99. My car insurance is $290.10 per month. One car in Florida. Ring plan is $22, and that actually covers my ring as well as my mom. Amazon is $15 per month. Identity IQ. I'm probably going to cancel this as well. And this is the one good thing about looking at your budget on a monthly basis, because then you look at subscriptions and see what you do need, what you don't need, what is benefiting you, what is not benefiting you. Identity IQ is where it's a credit monitoring service. However, they only update monthly. Well, I can go to annual credit report and get my credit report every week for free. And as far as my credit score, I can go to um I can go to sorry, I thought someone was coming in my house. I can go to Credit Karma and get my credit score for free. All right. So there's the water bill. It is $0, which my son is actually paying the water bill. And life insurance is 50, which is $25 per paycheck. And that's an auto pay. All right. So my debt. My debt is upgrade. Upgrade is $100 per month. Lending club is 150. My credit card. My credit card, the minimum payment is $60, but as you know, I am on a debt payment, a debt, yeah. I'm doing a snowball debt repayment, shall I say, however you want. Snowball, debt snowball method. That's what I'm doing. So if you watch my channel, my latest video about my debt, I paid off the ops loan, which that was 125 per paycheck. I was watching YNAB on Facebook, one of their videos, and he was saying that after you pay off each debt, you should do a payoff pause. Instead of just jumping right into the next one, do a payoff pause and make sure your finances are where you want them to be. Because let's say I would have, if I would have taken that 250 that I was paying into the debt and just go ahead and say, okay, now I'm on to my credit card. I am, I, I'm not used to this microphone. I do not have enough in my savings. So if something happens, then guess what? I'm back in debt again. So what I decided to do was instead of taking that 125 or that 250 and putting it towards the next debt, I'm going to split that in half. I'm going to take 125, add it to my regular payment to my Capital One, take the other 125 and put that into my savings to build up my savings. So that's why you see my Capital One credit card at 200. Sparrow, that is, I paid that off. That was a $300 credit card, so that's paid off. There's nothing on my Navy Federal credit card. What I actually do with that one is all of my subscriptions go to that credit card, and I take the money and just pay that bill every month. AC loan, 117.33 per month. My car payment is 500. And these are three debts that are in collections that I've been paying for, and I really want to call them to see if I can just settle and be done with those. All right, so total debt is $1,405.33. Let's go into my variables. For grocery, 400 for the month, and that's because I do know that it's a holiday month, so grocery is probably going to be a little bit more. Dining out, I budgeted $100 per month for the month of November. Household, I budget 60. Um, that'll probably be for paper products, if anything. My giving is 150. Now, if you can tell, I have a protective hairstyle on my hair. However, I'm not sure how long I'll keep this in because, yeah, I'm just that type of person. Um, I don't, I keep it in for a little bit and then I take it out. So I'm putting 55 away for that. Nails. So my nails, I actually took them off. Because as you can tell, that's six. I put 60 away, but the last time I went and got my nails, it probably was about 60. But that's just for like the nails. That's not even if I decide to do a pedicure. It's just so expensive. And I was like, yeah, I'm not, if my son isn't paying the water bill, I'm not about to take $100 and throw it into my hands and nails. That I'm not doing. So since my nails have grown out, I decided that I will just buy, even though I don't like this color, I'll just buy some polish and polish them myself. All right, lawn care, $80 per month because I do live in Florida and it's lawn care year round. Gas, I don't know why I budgeted 150, but I did. So yeah. Um, and that's a good thing because I know in December I am traveling. So if I do 150 now, whatever I have left over is going to roll into December. My spending is $100 for the month. Miscellaneous, I put 115.83. Okay, next. Oh, so total variables is $1,270.83. Okay, what? That seems like a lot for variables for the month. Hold on, is that right? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't normally put that much money away. Um, Grocery, that's $100 for the week. Plus, I'm doing Thanksgiving dining out. I gave myself. I increased my giving. I'm not sure about this because I don't know if I'll keep these in for the entire month. This we're gonna just take that out. I'm if I do anything, I'll probably get a manicure. Now I'll just put 30. I'm not doing that. Lawn care, I'm just gonna do 50 because he'll probably only cut my grass one time this month. And that's still $1,200. That just seems like so much money. That's a lot of money for variables for the month. Okay, next. I don't want to make the video long, but that is like really bugging me. All right, sinking funds. So what I have decided to do with sinking funds, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I go through this phase where I may post a lot of videos and then all of a sudden I die off. Well, I have been working two jobs, full time, part time, and I'm back in school. So my life now is kind of more structured and busy. And what I did realize is that sometimes doing the saving challenges adds a little more stress to me because, like, I got to go to the bank, I got to pull the money out, and I got to do the video, record the video, post the video. And then once I'm done with the savings challenge, I either leave the money here in the envelope or I need to put it back in the bank. So, what I've decided to do is I open up an Ally bank account and I created a Ally savings account and I created buckets there. So, whenever I'm doing my sinking funds, I'm just moving the money and putting it right there into those buckets. And that's it. If I decide to do a savings challenge, yes. If not, then I probably won't. And that's just I'm trying to simplify my life as much as possible. All right. So what I'm putting into my sinking funds, I do plan on purchasing a new car next year. So that's $30. YNAB is what I use to track because I have the way I'm doing my accounts now. So that's $10 per month. I do want to get the annual. Microsoft, I know that is renewing at the end of January or beginning of February, somewhere in that range, and that's $150 per month. Amazon Prime, I'm putting 5 away because I'm not too sold on Amazon as to whether I want to. That doesn't even make sense. If I decide to do annual, I don't know. Because I don't know. Maybe not. Home maintenance, I am having some work done on my house this month, and I got a quote for 600. I do live in a hurricane prone state, and on that subject, I ask that if you're a prayer or whatever, I just continue to pray for those who were affected by the latest storm, um, and try to do as much as we can to help those individuals out. Because at any given moment, it could have been any one of us. It may not have been a hurricane; it could have been anything else. So I do believe in helping. Holiday gifts is $10. Planner is 5. Family time, I'm putting $5 away. Graduation, my youngest is in college, so I'm starting to put money away for his graduation. I need to do my car registration next year. Yearly parking is for work, where I have to pay to park. I do want to renew my notary. This is for car maintenance, and I do want to get my passport. Now, I'm only doing 5. If I can do more, I will, but the minimum that I want to put away is $5. So for sinking funds, I have $850 towards that. And then for my regular savings, I am putting $600 and $60 to investments. So that's those totals. So what am I looking at? Let me delete this and let me delete this one. So my total expenses is $5,426.44 out of the $7,171.44 that I should receive in on my paycheck. Do I have a balance? Yes. And the reason for that is because my last paycheck is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. The 1st of December is that Monday. So those funds are going to roll over into December. And that's why I like Tara's spreadsheet because so now I can show you her full spreadsheet. Unhide. And she does Google Sheets. I'm Excel, so I moved over to Excel. But what I did was I went through each pay, like my October 31st, November, my second job, what I'm estimating to come in. And I went and put where I want, like on what bill, on what check the bills will be paid. I did the same thing for October. I did it for September, and it worked beautifully. So yeah, it worked. I was gonna say, that look like I didn't pay my mortgage, um, but it worked beautifully. So this is what I'm doing. This is her spreadsheet. Like I said, I will leave a link to it below for you to check out on your own. Um, what else do I want to say? Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm trying to make sure I look at the camera because this little bubble thing here is new to me. Tara does it all the time, and I just think it's so wonderful. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is the spreadsheet that whenever I'm referencing when I'm doing pen and paper, that I'm looking at my spreadsheet, understand that this is what I will be looking at is this spreadsheet. Now, if you decide to go and order her spreadsheet, her form, understand that I added this here. That didn't come with it. I changed the colors. If you look at October, I think hers comes as this color. I put that on there. If I look at September, I added this was September and I changed the colors again. So um, that's what this looks like. Yeah, that's it. And then I kind of added it like all of this stuff now. These things are not on hers. This is stuff that I added in because I am making this spreadsheet what I need it to be, as well like as I'm doing my planner. And that's the good thing about no matter whether you buy a planner or if you do Excel or however, make it what works for you, to what will help you to reach your goals. So that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate you all. I pray that you have a blessed, wonderful, prosperous day, week, month, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.